Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this, what is it, Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church, and I want you to help support the show. Get your Fade to Black T-shirts and the new Game Changer membership. Everything is below. We have 2 T-shirts now, and we have the classic, and we have the new Fade or Not, official Fade or Not shirt. That was drawn by Michael Oeming. Michael will be our guest tonight. He's one of the greatest comic book artists in the world. He's going to join us tonight. We're going to talk about conspiracies and UFOs and what inspires him to do the amazing work that he does, including the new Fade to Black T-shirt. And you can get yours now on the links below. All right, let's get straight to it. On this day in history, astronaut Gideon S. Bluford Jr. became, on this day in 1983, the first African American to travel into space, serving as a mission specialist aboard the shuttle orbiter Challenger, and later flew on 3 other missions. Very cool on this day in 1983. Here's your Fader fact. Didn't know this. Vetted this today. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. That's right. Dolphins need to come up for air every 10 minutes. But by slowing their heart rate, sloths can actually hold their breath for 40 minutes. And that is your Fader fact. All right, breaking news. Hurricane Idalia is now a Category 1 storm as it travels into Georgia from northern Florida, lashing the southeast with heavy rain and sustained winds of 75 miles per hour. Idalia made landfall early this morning on Florida's Gulf Coast as a powerful Category 3 storm. It has been linked to at least 2 deaths right now. It is the strongest hurricane to make landfall in the Big Bend region in more than 125 years. And it briefly intensified into a Category 4 hurricane before landfall. The storm surge from Idalia is setting records for the highest water levels of multiple locations from Tampa Bay through Big Bend on Florida's Gulf Coast. I went through a hurricane just a week ago. They are no joke. All right. Some of the world's leading astronomical observatories have reported cyber attacks that have resulted in temporary shutdowns. The National Science Foundation's National Optical Infrared Astronomy Research Laboratory, otherwise known as NOAA, reported that its cybersecurity incident occurred on August 1st and prompted the lab to temporarily halt operations at its Gemini North telescope in Hawaii and Gemini South telescope in Chile. Other small telescopes on the Cerro Tololo in Chile were also affected. The cyber attacks occurred just days before the United States National Counterintelligence and Security Center, otherwise known as the NCSE, issued a bulletin advising American space companies and research organizations about the threat of cyber attacks and espionage. It's unclear exactly the nature of the cyber attacks or where they were originated. NORA Lab is cautious about what information it shares about the intrusions. Messing with telescopes. That ain't right, man. Hackers, come on, man. All right. A mysterious explosion on the sun's far side has launched a blob of plasma and radiation that is forecast to slam into Mars. If the solar storm hits the red planet, it could trigger faint ultraviolet auroras and potentially erode part of the Martian atmosphere. Earth-orbiting satellites detected the surprise explosion on August 26th on the far side of the sun. Further analysis revealed the explosion was an M-class solar flare, the second most powerful type of solar eruption. A group of Japanese and Peruvian archaeologists have discovered the 3,000-year-old tomb of a priest alongside ceramic offerings, all of this in northern Peru, at the Paco Pampa archaeological site in the Cajamarca region, 560 miles north of Lima. On the western side of the tomb were small spherical ceramic bowls, a carved bone spatula, and other offerings. 2 seals were also found, one with designs of an anthropomorphic face and the other with a jaguar. Very cool. The images are amazing. Rapper 50 Cent, who was scheduled to perform in Phoenix yesterday, postponed his concert due to extreme heat. On Monday evening, the artist announced on Twitter, or on X, formerly known as Twitter, that his final lap tour concert set to take place at Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater in Phoenix will be rescheduled. That's right, 117 degrees. A new date has not been announced. Fade to Black has reached out to Live Nation and a representative for 50 Cent for more information on the postponed date. And finally, I'll leave you with this. What's rarer than a blue moon? A super blue moon, of course. The astronomical phenomenon, which is the second full moon of the calendar month, reaches its full moon phase at its closest point to Earth, which is set to arrive tonight. According to NASA, a blue moon is when there is more than one full moon in a month or more than 3 full moons in a season. They occur roughly every 2 to 3 years. So tonight's a big deal. The supermoon, meanwhile, is when the moon's full phase occurs when it reaches its perigee of its orbit, or the shortest distance between the moon and the Earth. The proximity means the moon appears about 14% larger than it does during the apogee, which is its farthest from Earth. The optimal time to view the full moon tonight is just after sunset, when it is on the horizon and takes a deep orange color. The supermoon should be its brightest for us on the West Coast at 7:36 p.m. Pacific time. The planet Saturn will also be visible near the moon to the upper right before appearing to move clockwise around it. This is all very cool, but I'll be live on the show tonight with Michael Oeming. We're both going to miss it, but the show must go on. There you go. There's all of your Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Go back, Lee Tappy.